Hey guys, what's going on? It's Russell. Just thought I'd do a video today about an investing service from Brownstone Research. I think that a lot of people that watch this channel are more interested in crackhead day trading, selling options, buying options, that kind of thing. So occasionally I do a review of some investment services for longer term buy and holds, mainly because my friend Mark joined like a whole bunch of these and has been reviewing them for 6 months to a year now. So today's is Jeff Brown. This is the review that my friend Mark wrote. It's called the Near Future Report. So like I said, it's by this guy Jeff Brown. He is this guy right here. It's not the best picture. I think over here was a better picture of the guy. So I looked into him a little bit, and he seems, it's kind of a mixed bag. So on the face of it, he seems to have some pretty good credentials. So this is him right here. So he's the founder and chief investment analyst, blah blah blah, high-tech executive, active angel investor, blah blah blah. So all these things seem pretty good. He's been on quite a few quite well-known YouTube channels like London Real. I don't know if you guys know that channel. It's a good one. Check it out. And he seems to be pretty legit on the surface of it, but as you'll see in a few minutes, he's got kind of a potentially sordid or kind of odd. There's just something a bit odd about this company, and I'll talk about that in a little bit. So here we go. So additional to formal degrees, Jeff has professional certificates in MIT, Stanford, blah blah blah. This is pretty difficult to verify with just simple Google searches and stuff. So if somebody was motivated enough, I'm sure they could find this stuff out. But on the face of it, it sounds like he's qualified for this. There's a few other reports out that I'll link to in the description that they found some disturbing things. But anyway, let's get started with the review a little bit. So what's this service all about? Well, basically this guy Jeff, he looks for basically industry leaders that are going to take off. So it's really only large cap stocks. So basically he sends out a newsletter. It's only $49 a year. And the reason for that, though, seems to be it's more like a lead magnet for marketing. So super cheap, but really that gets them on you're on their email list, and then they send out upsells non-stop, like just crazy marketing. So very low cost, but you got to be ready for the upsells. So they send out these reports, and they're quite packed, is what Mark is saying. So like 25 pages, not exactly something you can just skim through. Lots and lots of due diligence, and I think that's pretty cool. I mean, you're getting your money's worth from that at least. So you get one a month. There's 12 that come out first Monday of the month. The issue focuses on critical trends in technology and companies poised to profit. So sounds interesting. Mark seemed to like it, and I think it's something that I might be interested in trying out, but I don't really want to put myself on another marketing email list. The reason it caught my attention was September 2020 issue focuses on quantum computing, and that's something I actually worked in from a scientific point of view as a physicist quite a few years ago before I became an online entrepreneur with trading. And I worked in the quantum computing field, and I know the promise that industry shows for future companies and technology. So I thought it was pretty interesting that he looks into this kind of stuff, just because I used to work in it. So Mark seemed quite impressed with the way he explains stuff. Seems quite in depth, pretty good. Let's see what else. So we've covered that investment strategy. So really stuff that's at the forefront, like quantum computing, seems to be. I did hear that Jeff is quite conservative, so if you're that way inclined, I don't think he'd annoy you, but if you're more left, some of his commentary is quite out there, and it might annoy you quite a bit. So it's definitely something worth bearing in mind if you're looking to sign up for this near future report. So rational position sizing is just that. It's what you kind of expect. Obviously, don't put all your account into one of his recommendations. Here are some of the asset classes: 5G, AI revolution, precision medicine, cloud stuff, future transportation. So all pretty interesting stuff, and if this is something that you're interested in hearing the latest news and developments on, this newsletter could be worth it by itself, right? Even if you're not planning to invest in any of the stuff. So Mark liked it, $49 for the annual subscription. He thought it was pretty good. It seems to perform pretty well. So that's the bottom line, right, isn't it? I mean, I've reviewed dozens of newsletters, shouldn't I hear, and I'm not aware of any portfolio that's performing better than Near Future Report. So that by itself is pretty good, right? I mean, that's kind of what you're looking for. So all this is sounding really good to me. He gives it an A+, solid portfolio combined with rich education in tech stocks, financials. So it all sounds really, really good. And, you know, the problem is when you start to dig a little deeper with these things. So let me start off with another blog that I found on Jeff Brown. Here we go. So I started reading this when I was starting this video review, and I looked through and I found one thing that was quite disconcerting. This. So an SEC indictment where a guy called Jeffrey Brown and another guy ended up getting charged with $17 million in fraud, which may be a total coincidence, but the areas and the timing, Texas, the year and things seem to match up with Jeff Brown, the one we're actually talking about. So no way does this say this is definitely the Jeff Brown, but it's definitely a little odd. So I tried looking into that further. I was trying to find photographs of this Jeff Brown to compare, but couldn't find anything. So really not sure, but it's definitely something that got me a little bit riled up. So something worth digging into if you're going to sign up for this newsletter, although $49, I don't know if you're going to start, you know, exploring court documents and everything. But so this guy found that. I thought that was a little bit interesting. The aggressive upselling, I'm not put off by marketing in general. Like, I don't immediately think something's a scam if they're bombarding you with emails to buy stuff. I really think the marketing teams for these companies get out of control, and it's not a sign of a scam in particular. It's just somebody wanted to make lots of money and a very aggressive marketing team. So okay, so what else did I find? So I looked through the SEC stuff. Again, couldn't really find any more evidence to suggest that Jeff Brown is the actual Jeff Brown we're talking about. I looked up Quad Wealth. The ages do add up and the locations add up, and the industry adds up quite considerably as well. It was investment scams. It looked like millions and millions of dollars. So definitely a bit of a red flag, but I'm not going to say that's definitely the same guy, because it probably isn't. So I looked through some of that stuff, close this. One thing I found that was a little bit wary of, and this may be absolutely nothing either, but if you look at the Near Future Report website, not this one, I'll close that. So this one. If you look at the layout of the website up the top here, and you compare it to a whole bunch of other ones, like this one, it's zoomed out, but you'll see that they're almost identical. So it starts expert products, about contact. This one, experts products about contact, same layout, logo over here, picture of the main guy. Let me try and get this lined up actually. I think we don't need this one. So that's the authors page, that's why. So we can just get rid of that one. So I found 3 or 4 which all basically say the same thing. So Palm Beach Research is definitely something that everybody has probably heard of. I'm going to do separate videos about them. But you can see that Palm Beach has exactly the same layout as well as Jeff Brown's stuff. So that's that one. So that. And then when you scroll down, the websites are very similar too. Let me show you. So this is Palm Beach. So then they have this blog down the bottom. You do the same with Jeff Brown's site. You have the same sort of latest articles, blogs. So there's quite like a lot of these that look very similar. Now it might be nothing again. this might be some crazy umbrella company that runs all of these things, like some crazy like network or something, or it could be that they're just using the same themes, that they're copying each other with the same website designs, right? It's just kind of weird to me that there's so many. Here's another one, Casey Research, exactly the same layout, same placement of logo, same feature of the guy. You go down, there's a blog type thing, meet our experts and all these guys. So it just seems a little odd, but probably nothing. Anyway, I think that pretty much covers it. If you're looking for a report which is once a month, the near future report might be worth looking into, especially if you're interested in technology and cutting edge technology at that. So hopefully that's useful. Go and check it out. I'll leave a link in the description below.